Welcome on in, builders. We're back with some more Songs of Six. Been looking around, just seeing what else we need to work on here. And I do have a couple things I don't want to say concerned about yet, but have definitely entered my radar. I did go ahead and add a bathroom over here because we are rapidly building up this because we need clay for other things. Things that I'm looking at are health. We have 12 people who are sick. That's a noticeable amount. I don't think we need to have an emergency here, but that does put hospitals a little more on my radar than they might otherwise have been. But they are quite expensive for innovation and tech. Other things, they keep talking about wanting guards, and that would also mean that we would need some punishment facilities. So I do think that that may be in our near future. Those are relatively cheap. Right now we have 41 innovation that we could use. We could easily grab guards, and I was looking, and I believe we like prisons and stocks. So that would probably be what I would grab from there. We could do that pretty easily. I don't know what we need for guard posts. I can't imagine it's going to be too crazy. I think I'm just going to go ahead and commit it. 4 knowledge there. Grab all those 3. Okay, hopefully that will be worth it. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see what we need for that. So I assume law. Okay, there's a stockade. A place to security hold apprehended criminals and captives before processing them in law facilities. Guard post employs guards that will deter crime and rush to any committed in its vicinity to have your justice be done with the perpetrators. Guards will also occasionally go on patrol to further discourage mischief. Can be placed on top of fortifications. Dungeon, where caught criminals and other prisoners are taken for storage. After a few years' time, they come back out with useful subjects again. The jailers will bring the prisoners food and clean their latrines. Make sure prisons are well manned and maintained, or it will count towards your cruelty. Occasionally, a prisoner might escape. Stock. Send your criminals and unwanted rabble to the stocks, where they can feel ashamed for 2 seasons before they've served their punishment. A cheap and effective punishment for crimes. Make sure they're placed in crowded areas so subjects get the pleasure of throwing manure and stones at them. Hey, you don't want to miss out on a good manure throwing. Okay, so guard posts just cost me some wood. You are not very big. Okay, you are huge. Huh. That would be 8 guards. That seems like a lot, but the radius is also rather large. Okay, I don't think we're gonna build one there to begin with, though. I think this area is much more in need. Now, unfortunately, oh man, that is hard to do. Okay, if I move this stuff out, this might be the spot. So we'll have one up here, and it looks like we'll need a second one like over here. Okay, so let's look into doing that. So here we're exporting clothing. Yeah, we don't really need these 2 buildings anymore. We've kind of moved that stuff. We go in here and we go to dismantle those 2, and then I kind of want to leave this here so maybe it sits back 1 from the road, or we just get rid of the torch. They really like that torch though. I'm gonna leave it. All right, law, guard post. All right, would it be worth thinking about a smaller one? I don't know how much bigger this area is going to get. I suppose we could expand over here, but if we did expand over there, that would be its own stuff. This is a little more reasonable. We could put one... Yeah, this is a little more reasonable size, that is. All right, let's start with one here, and let's see what happens. Okay, and then... we'll probably want like maybe a central dungeon. I just don't know how many we need. So for now, maybe we could do a stock or 2. Be near the speaker, maybe. We got rooms in here. Yeah, we got all kinds of room. Okay, let's for now We'll put him opposite of that. I don't know how many of these we're gonna need, so yeah, that's just wood. Okay, this needs wood and metal. Okay, let's go ahead and tell that to suspend there. Okay, metal's a little harder for me to do. What about dungeon? Also need some metal. Okay, so metal again is kind of coming up as the thing that we need. I will go ahead and let them build that though. I think just having the guards might help dissuade and make people feel a little better. Because they talk about the guards, not about the punishment. Okay, over here, let's actually bring this to normal speed. Okay, and you know what? We had this problem before. Let's also, not suspend jobs, do planning mode. Give me the road. And let's just plop this in here. Oh, it looks like I have some, no, I don't. Size 2. Let's just get this in before I have a fub up. Okay, yep. All good. Okay, we got the basic warehouse for this area done. Let's go ahead and get in here and activate jobs. We're gonna need to distribute food. We're gonna need the hearth. Yep, those are all things that are gonna need to be done. All right, we are gonna need... Oh, look at this. Okay, I copied this warehouse from somewhere. It looks like it copied over their settings. Okay, we have the 3 foods. Yeah, this looks like everything for the moment, at least. Okay, cool. Easy. Currently employing 4 people. I guess that's okay. No. I gotta make sure we wipe this out. We're gonna want to have this be the clay warehouse. Okay, we got a well up and running. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people traps back and forth here, so let's get this piece of road finished. Just to speed up that if they're gonna go that way anyways. Okay, I'm gonna guess these people here probably are... Here we're just a recruit. I was kind of expecting them to be warehouse workers that would have moved over here. We only have 9. We only have 9 workforce. We got lots of free beds. Okay, let's do some more. 500. Okay, over here we do have a guard post, so 3 guards. Okay, I mean, I don't have much to say about that. Cool. We'll see if that helps maybe a little bit. Okay, our central fish warehouse is looking good. You get resources from here. And you are the stone one. Stone. What are you? You're the veggies. Get the veggies. You're the miscellaneous stuff. That's fine. How many veggies do we even have? Oh, we have some. Alright, well, we'll let this continue to play and see if that works out. I think we're going to need to plant more veggies. We've already kind of maxed out what we can do over here. Yeah. Okay, over here, we did have a little bit of discourse in the comments about trees and where they would grow. I'm going to say Babel gets the point on this one. This was a very dry area and it did not have naturally growing trees. I have watered the area. If we look at the soil type, this is that alluvium, which is kind of gravelly soil, maybe a little sandy, I believe. And trees love it. So, yeah, it looks like just add moisture and you get trees. We have both the natural growing ones and we have some that we are growing via a tree farm. So, pretty happy about that. That does mean I'm going to try to make this area the more tree growing. I have some planned out in here already. Why didn't I plan out over here? What was the problem with that? Was it moisture? Because we have moisture coming from the top if we have to. It was a different soil type. This probably wouldn't be the worst. It just wouldn't be as good. That's fine. That's fine. We're not in like desperation mode at the moment. And then over here we have really good farming soil. So we're probably going to be looking at some more veggie farms and maybe some more eggs. I would like to find somebody I could just buy eggs from. We're going to really struggle, I think, to get enough. And we produce the meat that I don't need. So we're only getting like partial credit, quote unquote, out of the work we do there. So I don't know, kind of garbage. Okay, over here, kind of filling up a little bit. We got extra though. It's fine. Nobody's working here. Yes, because I don't need any ore yet because we don't have any way to process it. Yeah, this is where we ran into the problem. We need to have the clay to build the charcoaler, to make the charcoal, to smelt the ore. That's where we basically got to. I think I'm going to need to leave some room here for gym stuff. So I think we'll build the charcoal here and then we'll have to bring it over here. I'm not going to bother playing with that yet. We got a ways to go. Okay, we have the lavatory all up and running. We have that up and running. We have food stuff with what I want them delivering. Excellent. Okay, this area is kind of starting to get up and running. Let's go ahead and tell them that you can go ahead and build the clay warehouse. And then while they're working on that, we'll set up the other things we're going to need here. So we do need entertainment. We're going to want a speaker and a stage. A little unfortunate on the spacing here. I could bust out the bottom. I think... No, this is going to be fine. Maybe we put it here and that leaves some room for some torches. Nah, I'm not in love with that, if I'm being honest. Alright, we're also going to want a speaker. Now, I'm probably going to put a pool in here. So we'll get the speaker on the side. Right there. That also brings me back to possibly needing a pump over here. Okay, let's activate you. They need to fill that in. That's a spot that I can't build the pump I need to fit over here. Excellent, thank you, my friend. All right, and I would want big pump because if I'm going to build one, I'm going to build one. Okay, we need more. Okay, so I need more remove water. Remove water. Am I doing something wrong up here, maybe? Clear rock. Turn water. No, not really. I think it's those two squares also need it. Water pump. Yeah. That's not actually helping. We're gonna have to make a smaller pump here. It keeps letting me do it though, which is weird. Alright, we'll try again. We definitely saw that guy do the work though. I guess we could make it too smaller if we had to. Alternatively, maybe we could go up or down slightly if we had to. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay, we could put it in here. The problem is we kind of mess up the walkway. All right, what if we went one smaller? That would just fit. I don't love that. Maybe I just have to get over it. I don't understand why we have the ability to take water away, but it doesn't take water away. So I'm struggling with that one a little bit. If you know what's going on with that, let me know. All right, just do it. We're gonna need it anyways. Even if we don't necessarily need too much here, we can send that water this way. What does the soil look like over here? Yeah, it's more of that alluvium. Could be more trees in the area, possibly. Also, if we want to send water up here for farming, we're going to need it from somewhere. It's probably way oversized for what we need right now. That's okay. At some point, we'll probably want more water. All right, you guys helping or what? Our Amivian citizen guarding. is happy they can be on land, but has the following suggestion. Oh, is as happy as they can be. We want to eat more. Many flaunt the laws because there are no visible repercussions. We could use a few more statues. Okay, statues is another pretty low-hanging fruit. It's like 10 points. We may nab statues. I'm gonna guess it takes cut stone though. Just my gut tells me. Okay, but that's at least a start. I like to be allowed to wear more clothes. Sometimes I dream of decorating my house with furniture. Dream of glory on the field of battle. Let us conquer, let us smash. A 3 is on our side. Eggs, we need some more of it. Okay. Yep. We're out of fruit again. Or veggies. Yeah, the veggies are just gonna keep running out until we do more farming. Fish. We're okay on, but could also do more. Fishing might be another thing we need to put in over here. Yeah, we might need to put some more fishing in over here. Okay, here we go. So, we don't need 25 people working this at the moment. Let's start with like 10. And apparently I didn't get the walls built on this properly. Let's make sure we do that, please. All right, you are gonna put in a lot of clay, and then we'll see. I don't know, we're gonna need pottery at some point. I don't know if this amount of clay is gonna do it for us. We may have to import clay to work on something like that. Or maybe we import the final product, just depending. Okay, we're getting a few people that are not sick anymore, but are they not sick or are they dead? Oh, we got no bodies in the pit, so, you know, we got that going for us. Okay, this also means that we can maybe start looking at doing a little bit of science. Getting closer, at least. We are out of furniture. Out of furniture. Okay, that's kind of telling me we were talking about furniture maybe in this area again. I don't think we have any more room over here. This is kind of maxed out. Okay, there are a couple dudes using the hearth here. Excellent. Okay, I was wondering if they would actually do that. Actually kind of busy, in fact. Weirdly so. Okay, hopefully that's helping the availability of services. That does kind of make me feel like maybe we could put a little one in over here too. Those are so dirt cheap, and they do help with health, so. All right, if we put a well in, and a hearth. There you go, guys. You'll enjoy that. Or else. 19 eggs, 16 eggs. Okay. Hatcheries are going. As are other people going. Fish warehouse is looking relatively healthy. The vegetable warehouse is not. Yeah, so we're running out of vegetables in spring. So it lasts for winter, spring, so half a year. So if we doubled our veggies, that would be about where we would need to be. That's a lot of farms. That's a lot of farms. Okay, stone in here. We could probably share stone and cut. We might need a wood one also. Wood. Are we okay on wood? We're okay on wood itself. What we're not okay on is furniture. I think we're gonna go ahead and okay the next one of these. That's a quite large woodcutter, but that'll be a lot of wood. And then with that, I think we're gonna put in some more furniture places. I see that we missed a road spot here. There you go. Just get that put in. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we'll get in a guardhouse here. Man, where do we put this furniture stuff? Maybe we put the furniture stuff over here, and we ship the wood over here from this area, rather than giving it to its own. Well, we have a warehouse here. Yeah, maybe we put furniture stuff here. I kind of want to use the last of this soil to do more trees, because we don't really want to use this area. We already have water running here. Yeah, we already have water running here. I also need to fit in that guard post. Maybe the guard post fits here. It's not quite as good. Maybe we have to do a bigger one, but I don't want to use up the soil where we have the water. No, I'm gonna leave it alone for now, but that's my thought process on that area. That also means over here, activate this. If we're gonna water that, we may as well do that too. It's gonna be a pretty big increase. All right, with that also, how is our pumping? Let's just throw another one in there just to make sure. No oopsies on running out of water for crops or something. Okay, we have some stone. Oh, I see we have clay. All right, here you can have 1 employee, please. He'll just be in charge of keeping that running. I would love to put more in here, but we would need to bring more people. Maybe that's fine. Maybe we also... So this warehouse... I'm gonna add a couple more fish spots. And let's get a fishery in here. So we need to go to food, aquaculture, fishery. All right, now I don't want this to be too big on land, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Oh, is this is not... Oh, no, we do want ocean water. Are you ocean water? Cannot tell. All right, well, for now... Okay, this one will specifically grab stuff in this direction. 7 fishermen, 9 fishermen. There we go. 10. Let's actually take that last one off. So that's 10 fishermen for this little area. And then we're gonna need storage. Why do you not like that? Area is not connected, or the item is cutting off part of the room. Oh, does it not like this? Oh, that's gonna suck. That's a nice little chunk of fish we can't get. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that, I guess, so let's remove that. In that case, let's remove that. And we'll expand this way. So 5 fishermen. I don't need to use up all this land on over here though. I'd really prefer not to if I can help it. Let's even shrink a little of this. I think we can fit something more useful in that area. 8, 9, 10. There's 11. There's 10. All right, let's try that. So storage there, and auxiliary. There's our 50. Okay, but then that makes me able to shrink all this away. I'm sure we can find something to put over here. All right, 100%, 10 fishermen, go. Yeah, I feel like we need to at least do a little bit of food increase if we're gonna be cheeky like that. Our food is basically stable, but remember that includes the meat that we don't really use. We also are happy storing lots of fish and eggs, so we don't want that to get too low. Okay, and again, we're out of odd jobbers, so we're gonna need some more people. This area is rapidly growing. Let's go ahead and tell them Let's do this area next. Okay, and then here, 550. We got a good chunk of people come in. All right, you got to work for your keep around here, guys. No bumming around. Okay, so a little extra housing. I don't think we quite need that, but I want the workers that are here to be close. Okay, furniture is still a perennial problem. Maybe that needs more attention sooner. Furniture could go down here. Okay, so 50 for that, 50 for the town. We probably also need this too. Go ahead and activate that. And road, let's get this in and that in. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay, then. All right, this warehouse is gonna do wood and it's gonna do charcoal probably. So I think we're gonna go ahead and activate that too. So that, and then the road that also is there. Yeah, I just turned on a lot of things that need furniture. Plus, I think we're letting them take a little bit of furniture, and I didn't really increase for that. So, yeah, is what it is on that. Okay, if this is gonna be wood, then I think on the other side of that road, we increase this out. What's the soil look like here? We're kind of right at the tail end, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward, but not much I can do about that. We also could take some water from here onto this way. That might also be a thing. Get in to do some more farming. That might really be a thing. So we go 10, and then we have a water that comes out. Yeah. I'm just thinking if this is the spot, but I think I gotta pick somewhere. It's just we gotta have something somewhere. Okay, I need to plan this out kind of, sort of, at least. So we need woodcutters, and I want planning mode. All right, so here, if I want 10 wide, we can actually make this pretty long. I don't know how long I actually want this, but that'll do for now. And then a story. I'm not actually going to build this. I just need to get some measurements down. And then another woodcutter. Again, we want to go. Now this one can go 20 because we can bring water in from both sides. So something like that. Okay. And then if we're bringing in water from both sides, I want one more tree thing here probably. Yeah, I think so. So we would do one more 10 wide. I guess we just do it the same distance. Not the best, but not the worst. And I don't think we have room here for another one. So we'll do storage, auxiliaries. Okay. All right, then it's fine. I'll leave those. I'm definitely not gonna forget, and I'll build those with being all janky. I don't even know why you would think I would do that. Okay, refining, no, crafting, carpenter. All right, so a carpenter could go in here. I want this to be kind of a bigger place. Kind of a big place. But I want to be so big that we have to do a ton of supports. So if we shrink this side, no supports needed. If we make it one wider, supports needed. Okay, so we want to shave off one. Okay, so this is a no support needed spot. We have the wood coming here. I guess we could do some furniture in here too. So workbenches. Oh man, we can almost do that. Okay, so that is 11 employees. Okay, we need it small enough that I can get a door. Do that. What are the odds? What are the odds I'm going to be able to do this? 30. And 20. And then a storage can be, let's make it like, let's go a little bit bigger than minimum. Right there. And then we can have a door. I don't really care which side they come in on. You could come from here or you could come through there. 20 employees. Okay, I like it. It's a multiple of 10. Efficiency 100%. 10 production. Foundation is good. Yeah, go ahead. Build it. And I do think I'm gonna okay that one too. So, let's... Tourists! Your city has grown impressive enough to attract our first tourist. A Garthemian pilgrim by the name of Esteban Robinholm has arrived. This peculiar tourist is looking for an inn to stay in and wants to visit a fishery and a well. Okay, I literally didn't know we had tourism. Tropical vibes intensify, I suppose. Okay, we got a lot of work happening. Let's get rid of the soil overlay. This is kind of high priority for me at the moment, because the furniture problem is not really resolving. We have 48 workers, but that'll rapidly dwindle as other things finish up. The faction of Ekraft has moved its capital. Its people still resist. Ooh, somebody's getting beaten up. That makes me worried. We have 57 people in our alleged army. How are we doing over here? We're up to 67 clay. Okay, if I was gonna go follow that thread, we need 94 to be able to build the kiln. Charcoaler. Okay, iron, charcoal. All right, let's go look at it. So, crafting. Any pottery ration maker? Smithy? No. Refining. Metal smelter. Stone and wood. Okay, you also can get built. I'm really torn on where I want it. I need to leave at least a little bit of room here for jewelry stuff, or at least enough for the warehouse, I guess. I kind of want to put it really close to this or really close to this. What was your usage? So you use equal amounts of charcoal and iron. Okay, there's no difference basically. Okay, let's just start with doing this then. I have no idea what a right size is. Okay, that would make me have to do a little support. If we look at a furnace. Okay, one furnace there. Okay, can we do something similar to what we just did on the other side? So if we shrink you... Okay, so 2 spaces. I think we can go even smaller. Maybe right here. So double furnace, that's 12 employees. And then we would need some storage. And this could be very small. We're not going to have enough for the auxiliary furnace. Yeah. Okay, so do we make it longer or wider? I think we make it... Okay, if I add this in again... Okay, that's still fine. Put that furnace in. Okay, we still need... We need very small storage. And then it's the auxiliary that's going to kill me. If we do door, that's 25. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Cannot block other. Oh, it's too thick. Okay, maybe. Okay, so we can do one here. That takes us to 75, 93. Okay. Oh, this is so expensive for doing that. Okay, what does the double wide look like? I can't do it because we block things. All right, what if we take that out? So 19, 19. Okay, this feels less bad. We're not wasting as many supplies. It's still a little bit over. It's not perfect. I'll get over it, I promise. Okay, I think that's it. So a bunch of stone, which we have, and a bunch of wood, which we have. Do it. Yeah, I don't actually want to build that until the charcoaler is finished, though. Which is getting kind of close, but I don't think I want to split my workforce. I don't think I want to split that anymore. Although maybe I don't care. It is kind of fun just to watch them get things done. Turn that on. There's one of my hunters returning with a corpse. Okay, we have 49 odd jobbers. Okay, some work is getting done here, although it's slow going. Okay, he's managing to keep this place going. How about here? No furniture, but that's not surprise. Workload is low. Because you have 8 deliverymen. Yeah, I bet you that is slow. Why don't we try like 2? I'm gonna leave it on auto and let it higher up if it wants, but yeah. I'll get this tweaked in to be exactly where we want it. 2 janitors is fine. Kind of a waste to have a whole play down here, isn't it? Okay, they're also going to want to be able to put things in their house. So we need to do... What is that under? Logistics? No. Not homes. Distribution. Market. In fact, I don't even want to do that. I'm just going to come take my market from over here. Alright, where do you fit? That's a maybe. If we do this, we can still put torches in. Alright, we'll do that. Let's also get some torches while we're here. Decoration, torch. Alright, so... yeah, we do torch and torch. We'll bring the water for a pond here. Torches there. Definitely gonna want one at the corner here. And on this side, we gotta go a little smaller. Yeah, you have to live by the small torches because you're the poors over here. All right, we'll start with something like that. I feel like you get your biggest bang for the buck by doing those type of areas. Okay, 10 fishermen. I'm gonna let that play. They're gonna bring fish to here. That does mean I don't need the... I don't need that one probably. Okay, hang on. We need to do some renaming. You are not warehouse 8. You are the main fish storage. You are the main vegetable storage. Main stone / cut stone. You are the miscellaneous warehouse. Okay, yeah, because I want to cut the fish one. We don't need fish coming from that direction. Yeah, negative. Yep. Remove. Yeah, and in fact, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be you are going to be pulling from you. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to do even more fish. We are finally going up a little bit in food. We're nowhere near maxing out our storage though. And I do feel like we're going to be in another big growth phase. So let's do that. Again, I don't need a huge presence for this area. Like this. Maybe one more will do it. All right, then we can connect fish over here. We can connect those fish. I have a feeling the answer is going to be no. Small storage. Yeah, it doesn't let me. Boo. Big boo on that. All right, so then we just go down the coast. 6. This feels really bad on this one. I don't think we're going to put the main thing here. I think we're going to put it like down this way. So we kind of come in at the middle at least. Okay, there's 10. Let's do it like here maybe. All right, we'll shrink out that area. All right, we need a storage bin. Make it as small as I can. And then we need the auxiliary. That's plus 50, sure. Do it. And we'll activate the road here. And in all honesty, I mean, this is going to happen sooner or later. Let's go ahead and get the roads. It's funny, at the beginning of the game, roads are such like a luxury. It's like, oh, can I afford to do this road? And now it's just like, the roads are nothing. They don't cost resources, it's fine. All right, we'll just expand that to there. Not planning. Activating. All right, we'll let that play out. Just a bunch of wood. Wood is still okay at the moment. And you... No. Yep, just let them build that. A bunch of our clay got taken, but that makes total sense. Okay, for now at least this looks fine. They did hire up to 3 workers. I'm fine with that if the auto thinks it needs it. Fish warehouse is looking fine. Ah, okay, we finished some stuff over here. Did use up a lot of my workforce. This is going to be another 20 that we're going to want to put in. Yeah, we're going to need a whole slew. Let's go ahead and let more in. We'll go 600. We're definitely going to need to do farms next, though. I just want to get this metal. The metal just opens up so many things for us. I feel like we're kind of like blocked at every angle we keep looking at. And this is also creeping me closer and closer to feeling like hospital. We have 15 sick at the moment. That hospital thing's really eating at me. I'm thinking maybe that needs to happen. Yeah. I think that does need to happen. Okay, let's hop in here. Okay, I believe that was up top. So to get to hospital is part of the problem. So we have to go posh relief to get to healthcare. So cost is knowledge. Cost is 20 innovation. Yeah, that is correct, right? Because I got to come through here. Okay, so this actually doesn't work. We don't have that much innovation at the moment. Title-wise, I guess also, what does that cost to upgrade if I did want to do that? Okay, requires posh relief. Okay, so that would need some pots. Okay, so we cannot do that yet. Although we could make pots if we wanted to do it. All right, so that does lead me back to science. We need some knowledge. Which leads me back to we need to put some more people to work here. I'm just looking at the clay. We're making 18 a day. All right, so then admin laboratory. In a laboratory, scientists examine nature and gain innovation that can be spent on technology. Each scientist contributes to your innovation, but must also maintain existing innovation, leading to a cap in all the amount of knowledge that can be obtained if laboratories are stopped functioning. Innovation will slowly be forgotten. Okay, I do want that, but it's currently, we're out of furniture, so there's no point in even trying that at the moment. We'll just be chilling for a second till that comes online. Okay, which it did. Okay, I need to see what this is going to actually provide for us. We also have the charcoaler going. So here, settings. You can have a bunch of wood. You can have some furniture and charcoal. Okay, we'll start with that and we'll see what we need to do for balances. All right, here, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you just one. Let's see what he does. Okay, so we're getting some wood in. We're using it up right away. That's all fine by my book. Okay, wood, what are you looking like? Woodcutters, 270. We're using 100, 150. Okay, so we should be okay there. We should have at least a little net increase in wood. I'm also seeing this. How are we doing on fiber? Okay, so this is looking pretty decent. And if we look at the cloth income, okay, that looks like it's fine. All right, that looks like it's balanced. I'm not going to fiddle with that at the moment. Fish, eggs, veggies, great. I just realized these were flipped funny. Wow. You now employ 50 carpenters. As a result, it will boost performance. Cool. Shrine. We do not have a shrine over there. Yeah, we need to get that. All right, religion, shrine, Timothy. I want to go one bigger. This is making my pond look mighty pitiful over here. You don't want pitiful ponds. I think we're gonna put it down here. Yeah, it'll be a little awkward. It's all right. We're all awkward around here, let's be honest. All right, let's put this road in and that road in and that road in. And then let's plan some more roads. And we'll get this little access way. Now I'm gonna have a little, because the entrances are on the side here. I'm just thinking guard post and probably our hospital. All right, go ahead and make that happen. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. That was an easy little fix. Do we have one down here? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, and that pond. Do we have the pump done? No. Still waiting on furniture. Working on the fishing. I gotta be careful here. We've invited a lot of people recently and we've barely moved our food needle. So I think we're gonna do another, probably can fit 2 or so down here. Put some more fishing over here. We love fish, so this is not bad in any way. Okay, and again, we kind of want the land stuff kind of in the middle because they kind of go towards that before they get started on work. Okay, this is kind of, I'm gonna call this the end of the line. Let's do this. 13. All right, this is just gonna be an oddball one. It's fine. No problems. All right, storage. We definitely do not need a giant storage. Do it there. Auxiliary. Plus 50. Yep. Okay, go ahead and build that. And then that tells us, oh, not fences, roads. All right, some road coming down. Where do we want this to? Do we want to just go by the side? Sure. Just to make it a little quicker for them to get to work. I do like it when they get to work. Some stone. Okay, stone's a little low. Let's increase our stone production. We're gonna double it. Yeah, because that's gonna go up even more because we're gonna get the iron, and the iron will let us do the cut blocks. We're in it now, builders. Getting deep into these production chains. Okay, I'm also thinking we will probably have another one of these just right here. Unfortunately, I kind of want it mirrored so it's not going to fit in clean. And we may even do another one and another one. So this is going to be a pretty big furniture production area. We have 10 odd jobbers. I got to be a little bit careful here. Food was up to 7, now it's down to 5. We are increasing this. Are you guys gonna get this done or what? You guys are killing me here. Okay, got all the stone we need. Yeah, we need that furniture. I think we might even just immediately need another furniture thing. All right, so you were 9 by 16. All right, I think I'm not even gonna try to fight this. Let's just admit that we need it. Carpenter. 9, that's not 9, that's 7. Okay, so by 14 is what we want that to be. We'll see if that's actually correct. So workbench. Big one. And then on this one, yeah, it was that sized. We have a little storage bench. We actually went one bigger than we had to. And then auxiliary benches. As big as we could here is plus 30. Now we just need a plus 20. 100%. 20 employees. Oh, doors. Oh, I wanted to flip it though. Okay, that's not the worst. It's not the worst. Get rid of this, and this, and these. Auxiliary state, no. Workstation. There. Storage. There. Auxiliary. Yeah, that wasn't the worst. I do like the looks of this though, so. All right, and minimum viable. And we need door. And we'll just match that one. And we'll put 2 on that. Go. And that's gonna wipe our stone out already, just that alone. All right, but that also means I think it's time to activate the smelting. Oh, I'm excited. Getting metal in the game is always like a big point. Like a big moment. Kind of wish I made these roads 3 wide so I could put some torches in here. Yeah, well, is what it is. All right, that's going to employ 20 people, so let's pull in, I don't know, 30. Let's go 650. We're putting in bigger numbers lately. We've used up a lot of the immigration opportunity. Because we got 13 here, and that's 20 already. We have 35 houses left. I think we're adding a lot of work to this area. let's go ahead and activate the next one of these, and it's going to be this set. And just like I mentioned before, let's get these roads in. They're going to happen sooner or later, so. All right, I think we're going to do this. Is this going to be a 3 wide or a 2 wide? I think it's a 2 wide. No, let's make it a 3. Kind of connect some major lines here. This one has the capability of going all the way to the coast. Okay, and we end up with some awkward things here, but that's okay too. We'll probably put some services in here just to keep them close. Okay, here we go. I kind of want to be on top of this when this finishes so that it doesn't grab 100,000 people to work it. In fact, I want no one to work it until we get the line in. Come on, get it done, boys. Food's at 5 days, so we're okay. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 99, 100. All right, but it's immediately closed for maintenance. So there you go. All right, water, canal, down to here, to here. Water, and this is going to be a pond. No, is it? Well, I don't remember. Was it pond or pool that we were able to do? You use the cut block, so currently it is a pond. All right, so we're going to do that and that. That is no way it's going to be big enough. We'll do that. We might be able to fit some other things in here. We may expand the pond. In fact, I think, hang on, I think I'm already going to shrink the pond. Water. No. Cancel job. We'll put a stockade here. Okay, and saying that out loud means law, guard post. Okay, this isn't terrible. Put a guard post there. Oh man, we're getting close. We can almost put people in our stockades. We're full on cloth again. All right, now I did take out our cloth exporting over here. I think I'm gonna put that back in. So we want an export depot. I think I'm gonna put it here. I'm really hemming and hawing on that one. By the way, where are we at on our... Okay, status, titles. I want to know where we're at on our nudist. As soon as that's done... Now we're still working on it. And we have plenty of population. Our clothes... Looks like it might be a little high at the moment. Looks like it's a little high at the moment, so we're not making any progress. I guess the new people have clothes. How dare they? Ruining it for everyone is what they're doing. I hope they're happy about that. The clothes will not be distributed until the title is awarded. A new level has been bestowed upon your name. Pontrix Ray. Ray is an old Sixian for the Great. The Great Pontrix. You may enlist some aid to govern your mighty realm. You may now elevate a couple of nobles to help you. Population 650 gives us 5 nobles and unlocks chambers, which I believe is like noble bedrooms. What is that under? What is that under? Throne, passwords, fortifications, chamber. Where the finest of subjects sleep requires a lot of work to maintain. Costs gems, cut stone, cloth, and furniture. So we cannot build those yet. The nobles are nice because basically you can have like the noble of grain will make you be able to produce more grain. Obviously, we're gonna have the fishing noble. That's definitely gonna be one of our big to-dos. And you can put multiples to stack that bonus too. Alright, things are looking good. What do you know, buddy? There's so few torches around here in the day. They're nice to look at. I can't create a cozy home. I feel like I can't trust people. We need more guards. Says the guard. That's not a good sign. Okay, guard post right here is kind of what I'm thinking. And I think this is going to have to be a big boy. Unless I can fit one in here. I cannot fit this unless I want to take a torch out. This would be very helpful, though. Maybe we do take this torch out. So I would like to dismantle that. Law. Big guard post. There. Alright, that's going to kind of take care of the area. We might not even need that smaller one. This was just getting really convoluted with how I was going to fit this otherwise. Okay, and we're still a little overflowing with cloth because we're not done with this. Get it done, boys. I believe in you. Good job. Alright, export cloth. And I mean, I would like it. Where's the thing on bobber? Proxy, no. Passy, okay, so take from this warehouse. Where's my setting where I can tell him I don't want you to take it all? Radius. Okay, whatever. Not too sussed about it at the moment. I'll have to figure that out though, sooner or later. Okay, big guard post going in. Maybe our jail goes here. I'm also thinking for these nobles, I kind of talked about before, but moving our throne back over here, and maybe this is the noble quarter. It's kind of far out of the way at the moment, though. Kind of far out of the way at the moment. Also, this old road needs to be replaced with the new road. What do you guys do when you get here? Okay, you off-road over to there. We have other things to do at the moment, but I may come back to that. Okay, wood's okay, stone is not okay. I mean, we're using it up quite quickly. Okay, more stone gathering, please. That's 30 out of the 50 that we can fit in there. $121. Yep, keep at it, boys. Furniture's coming slowly. And we're waiting on stone for construction here. Are you? No. How are you building that if you're telling me you don't have all the stuff you need? Oh, they probably need it on the inside. Right, because we're building mud on the outside. Right. You gotta keep reminding myself that. I'm used to having walls of other materials when we were playing the humans. Again, stone is the holdup. You know what? We had some stone on the ground here that we didn't pick up. Now might be the moment. Now is probably the moment. Because we can immediately use that stone here at this location. Save ourselves hauling it somewhere else. Yeah, very nice, very nice. This is gonna be a nice looking little pond. Okay, food is still at 4. Probably getting to the point where they're looking at dipping into meat, which is not good. So we're probably gonna need another fishery. Boy, we are stretching pretty far out, but I think we will have to do that. aquaculture, fishery, and kind of the same thing we've been doing. So we want, well, I don't like building these where we have to walk from the corner, but I think this one's just gonna have to soak that up. All this, it's only 6 still somehow. 8, 10. Right, there's 10. I'm just gonna add, and not add. Give you that. All right, again, I want to make this as efficient as I can. I think we're gonna do it right in here. Will be your spot. So storage. I don't know why that thing keeps coming back in as incredibly large. Auxiliary, probably because of the auxiliary, I guess. There you go, go. And let's get the road up there. The road up there. There you go. All right, I think our next major project is going to be more farms. We are still never getting vegetables throughout the year. I kind of want to end the year with 0 vegetables by the time we start our next vegetable harvest. And we're kind of sort of like there. So if I do soil. So we have the good soil here. So this is going to be vegetable country. We're going to put in some very large things. I could bring some water in from here, but I think we're going to bring it in from here to get started. And I think we're going to hook up these 2 systems. So we actually have a big canal project to connect up to here. Yeah, I think we have a big canal project to do. So a lot of work to happen on that, but it's going to need to happen. Because if we don't, the food's going to become more and more of a problem. All right, but this area is starting to look pretty darn nice, I will say myself. We also have the charcoal up and running, and we're actually producing quite a lot. In fact, I'm probably could cut this down. We could pull this way down for a minute until we're ready to actually use it. I'll free up a couple handy people. Yeah, and you're waiting on stone and wood. Wood's still okay, although we're gonna have another major draw on it from the furniture factory here. But I see we're already over time. I like this game. If you can't tell, I'm having a blast here. An absolute blast. So yeah, getting the metal up and running, I'm so looking forward to it. I think that happens next episode. I can't imagine it doesn't. But then food. Food is rapidly becoming, I'm gonna call it a concern even. So that's gonna need to happen. Now we have nice big areas in here. So we're gonna make some pretty large farms. And my thought is, wherever we have like we'll have a central water come down the middle, and then we'll put legs out from the 2 sides with walking spaces on the side of that. So we're gonna have some really dense farm area that I will probably measure out next time. We do have this main road here that I kind of want to respect. So we'll probably have the middle come down like right here with some rather large farms on either side of it. In fact, that might be time that we build more of this main road. We shall see. All right, as always, if you enjoyed yourself, leaving a like helps me a ton. Beyond that, if you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. Love to have your comments, your thoughts, your tips down below, or consider joining me when I'm live for this or another game. If you want to continue supporting the channel, you can always become a member here on YouTube. As a member, you get early access to videos I'm working on, just like this series of Song of Six. There's other things, depending on what I'm working on. That goes a long ways to helping me maintain the channel. I was adding up costs and whatnot, and it's not nothing. It's not nothing. So every little bit helps. And even if you're just here for the good vibes in the comments, I appreciate you too. All right, builders, get out there and build yourself an iron smelter, and I'll catch you in the next one. Babble out.